Scottie Pippen says he has viewed these bubble games more in line with pickup basketball. This was an interview that Scottie did with Business Insider. He said, I'm going to be honest, it's not NBA basketball. It's not the hard grind. It's not the travel. It's not the fans. It's not the distractions. Really, to me, it's pickup basketball. It's going to the gym. You got your own team. You're all practicing together, but it's more of a pickup type of basketball game because there's no fans in the stands. So there's no distraction. There's no real noise. There's no pressure on the players. Prime example, I looked at Rondo. Rondo hasn't made three-pointers his whole NBA career. Now all of a sudden he's in a bubble. He's probably a 50% three-point shooter. I haven't even checked the stats, but that's just something that I consider making the game so easy. That's a really interesting one. I think that there is obviously something to what Scottie says. Scottie Pippen is himself one of the greatest players of all time. And far be it from me, nor should anyone ever question his understanding of the game. But here's what I would offer in response. These guys have been living in a bubble for months. I had an interesting conversation with Woj yesterday, Adrian Wojnarowski, whom you all know. He was in the bubble for 7 weeks, and he came out last week, and he was on my set yesterday. We did Get Up, and then he did this show yesterday. And I was asking him questions about the bubble, and he was explaining to me what life is like down there. And look, I'm by no means asking you to feel sorry for these guys. They are living in comparatively luxurious circumstances. Disney World is a wonderful place. I've been there many times. And they have at their disposal golf and, pools and all their lives. They're not in, the circumstances they're in are not terrible by any means. But to be isolated like that, away for the most part from your families and your lives for this period of time, I think to underestimate the psychological impact of that is really unfair to them. I will say again, I believe that this championship will be more meaningful. The accomplishment of doing this will be greater because of the bubble, regardless of the circumstances. Because if the games are easier to play without the fans and without the travel, well, they're equally easier for everybody else. No one team has Rajon Rondo has no greater advantage shooting in this circumstance than any other mediocre three-point shooter who might all of a sudden start knocking down shots. The objective is still to find a way to win. And if LeBron does it as the leader of this team through all that has happened, through all of the social issues that have taken place in and around the basketball world, the basketball community, since they've been in this bubble, to lead in every conceivable way, I think it would be unfair to suggest this championship is any less meaningful than any other has ever been.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.